pâté chinois.
Boo. Boo.
Hello guys, so this is my way of making pâté chinois, a classic Canadian comfort food. I'm going to start with boiling potatoes with some salt, and then I'm going to add butter and olive oil and saute some red onion. It's just one diced red onion, and I'm going to let them.
Chantal, you need to work on your chopping skills because damn, that onion is cut uneven, so it will not cook evenly. Learn how to chop, 40-year-old woman.
Cook down very, very well. And then in another pan, I have some olive oil and butter as well, and some frozen corn. I'm making homemade cream corn. I've never done this before.
Oh my god.
Now I'm going to add to the onions about 500 grams of ground beef mince. I'm going to season it with 7 spice, Worcestershire sauce, black pepper.
Is 7 spice a common ingredient in pâté chinois? I don't know. I don't think so.
Some onion and some garlic powder as well. And I'm also going to add some flour, maybe a tablespoon or so. This will thicken up and make like a kind of gravy. And I'm going to add a 1 beef stock cube to that and some water, maybe 3/4 of a cup or so. And just stir that around really well and let that cook down. The liquid will cook down. I'm going to add some heavy cream to the corn and some salt and pepper, as well as a couple tablespoons of Parmesan cheese. It will just help.
That crap cheese doesn't belong in cream corn.
Everything thicken up a bit, and I'll let that cook down a bit until that thickens up a little bit as well. All right, and there you have it. The corn is finished. Doesn't that look delicious?
No, that looks horrible.
And creamy.
That looks not creamy. You turn that cream into butter.
The meat mixture is pretty much done. I'm just going to add a splash of ketchup and a little bit of tomato paste. And here it is. It's thickened up quite nicely. I'm actually really impressed. And here are the mashed potatoes, fluffy with a splash of cream, butter.
Are those instant mashed potatoes? They kind of look like instant mashed potatoes, Chantal.
And a little bit of salt. Now we layer a casserole with the meat mixture first. Then we layer on the cream corn. And then last we have the potatoes on top. Now I'm adding some shredded mozzarella cheese. The traditional recipe doesn't call for cheese, but we're going to be pâté chinois trendsetters here. So
trendsetters, I don't think so.
And it's out of the oven. Nice and bubbly. The cheese is melted. This looks delicious. So let's...
I mean, it doesn't look that bad, but that's not a good meal for you, Chantal. At all. With your diabetes ass.
Plate this up. Let's go. Hello guys, assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to another video.
Why do you have ketchup? Good God, please don't put it on there.
Cloth here. So, I'm so excited to eat this with you guys. Julia is too, she's up here. This is a staple in French Canadian cuisine. It's called pâté chinois, which translate to Chinese pie. So you know how you have, it's kind of like the French Canadian
oh my God, here we go. We're gonna get a Wikipedia definition.
I usually just call it shepherd's pie, but yeah, the French is pâté chinois. Right, so I have a Diet Cola. The brand is Alsi, Saudi Arabia. So it's a Saudi brand. And I have some ketchup. I put ketchup on mine. In my opinion, that's the true Canadian way.
You put ketchup on everything.
That's fine.
That is disgusting.
I do.
Look, I like ketchup. I eat it with my French fries. Maybe if I have a burger. But Chantal, you put that shit on everything like Frank's hot sauce.
So, bismillah. And I have some Brussels sprouts in the air fryer with a bit of butter, salt, and pepper, and some buttered bread. You have to have white bread with butter with these. Let's try these Brussels sprouts. I love Brussels sprouts.
Yeah, but those are cooked the wrong way, Chantal.
They're sweet. And they're so good.
I like to cut my Brussels sprouts in half, saute them in a pan with a little bit of olive oil, and as well as some a couple slices of chopped up bacon. When that's done, add a splash of balsamic vinegar and some walnuts, and there you go. I don't like them like how she has them. That's disgusting. Oh my god, calm down,
I've been
Chantal.
seriously craving this for so long. Mix it all around. It's cheesy.
Oh my god.
Put that mozzarella on there.
That looks horrible.
Now, I just added the cheese, but the traditional recipe, apparently there's like an author who wrote a story about pâté chinois and how it's like mysterious. I know, same shirt, different video. I'm not I'm not putting two outfits on for the same day. I won't do. Unless I don't want you to think it's the same day.
Yeah, we all caught on to that crap.
Hot. Pâté chinois or shepherd's pie is like scalding hot for like an hour after it comes out. Not bad. That really takes me back.
It takes you back to when you were a child, Chantal, because that's all you talk about.
Up.
More
ketchup. I have a lot of
ketchup.
newcomers, so I grew up I'm Canadian.
Oh
born
my
and
god,
raised,
here we
and
go.
I was born in a small town called Cornwall, which is close to Ottawa in Quebec. It's mostly bilingual, French and English. So because of Quebec, which is a French province, we have a lot of French food influence.
Oh my god.
And
the bites and the speaking irritate the fuck out of me.
There are theories about where the name pâté chinois comes from.
You already explained that.
It's like when they were building the Canadian Railway.
I knew it. Wikipedia definition.
There were migrant Chinese workers, and they were mostly fed potatoes, like meat and corn. But then it's also like apparently but some also say that they ate soybeans and rice. So who knows? There's like a bunch of.
Okay. I just for shits and giggles, because I saw the title, because I haven't watched this yet. I'm watching it for the first time. I saw her title, the pâté chinois, and I go, let me go look up the Wikipedia definition to see if she's gonna copy that definition. And that's exactly what she's doing. The exact definition in Wikipedia. And as a majority of people know, Wikipedia is not a good source to get information at all. So this is why Chantal is mostly wrong about things that she talks about, because her general source for information is Wikipedia.
A few theories. But I was introduced to pâté chinois from growing up.
Is there a child story?
My grandmother made it.
There we go.
No, my mom made it. And the funny thing is, she made it exactly like this, but she used canned cream corn.
Oh my god.
A can of cream corn, which I love. And
of course you do. And
growing up, I was made fun of a lot in school. Like, I was bullied.
yeah, okay, you were bullied. Here we go with this bullshit. Another good thing to do with canned cream for corn is add it to your cornbread mix. It makes it extra moist. I know moist, that's another word I know people love to hear. I hate that word moist.
For my weight. Also for being on welfare.
Oh my God. Okay, so now we're going to try to go with the feel sympathy for me because I was poor and on welfare when I was a child. Shut the fuck up, Chantal. Get out of here.
I was called welfare girl in elementary school sometimes.
You are so full of shit.
Or like I'd get made fun of, like my mom did the best she could, but she was like a single mom, right?
Oh man.
And we didn't have a lot of money.
She's
She was
such a
going through
liar.
college. And
Is Shmi college educated?
she was very
Wow.
young also. Like they didn't let her
Okay.
finish high school because she was pregnant. So she had to like finish it later. I don't remember how she finished it, but anyway,
Probably
she ended up
because you
going
were
to
in her
college.
stomach,
But
dumbass.
so we didn't have a lot of money. So this was shepherd's pie or pâté chinois was considered like a poor man's meal.
By its literal definition, if you read the Wikipedia bullshit correctly, that's what it says. It's considered a poor man's meal because back in that time period, potatoes were a real cheap ingredient to get back in the day when they were building the Canadian Pacific Railroad. And so this is what the Chinese laborers would buy. They'd buy the corn, which was cheap, the potatoes that were cheap, and I guess whatever ground meat they could get, which was cheap. And that's hence where the name pâté chinois comes from, Chinese pie, because that's what they were buying and eating because it was cheap, Chantal. Not because they were poor or a poor person's food. It was cheap food.
You know, ground beef being the cheaper, not now maybe, but back then, the cheaper type of beef. Oh my gosh, too much cheese maybe.
For you,
And
I don't think so.
Never mind.
You're a pig. Disgusting. Since you're on, oh, look at that. Let's zoom in on that face. Since you're trying to scam some new subscribers, because somebody had posted on my community page that you were trying to sell yourself to, I guess, a more Middle Eastern clientele, you might want to brush up on your manners and your femininity because damn, Chantal.
So I never liked it growing up because I always thought like, ugh, I don't want this poor man's meal.
Oh my God.
Now I love it.
See, and that's why I call bullshit right there on her story that she grew up being poor and they used to make fun of her because she was a welfare kid. She's full of shit because number one, let me tell you this. I'm first born American here in my family as well as some of my cousins and stuff. My family is not from America. They immigrated here. I grew up actually poor. My mother was on welfare. My mother and my grandmother worked in sweatshops when I was a child. I remember going there when I was a child. I remember my uncle at one point in time, because I was sick, he had to count change in order to get me medicine. We weren't able to buy sometimes certain specific types of canned food and things like that. We would eat beans, rice, stuff like that. As well as I used to get made fun of when I was in school because my family, we couldn't afford to go and buy clothing. So my grandmother used to hand make my clothes and I used to get made fun of for that. So I don't think Chantal knows what it's like to grow up poor. She doesn't know what it's like to be made fun of because you're poor. And that statement alone, by her saying she didn't want to eat the food, oh, because that's poor man's pie. Fuck yourself, Chantal, because you know what? When you're growing up poor, you're thankful for whatever meal you can get, even if it's a slice of bread and a glass of water. You're thankful that you have something. You're a piece of shit.
I love it. I didn't also really like the taste growing up either. Now I love it.
And that shit pisses me off too because she's trying to scam and this shows her privilege right here. She's trying to scam, I guess, people in the Middle East or people from the Islamic community. And I guess in her eyes, she's trying to go for poor people and she thinks that these people are poor. So she's trying to gain sympathy with that bullshit story. You're a piece of shit.
But yeah, I remember like always wanting, like when Tommy Hilfiger shirts were popular.
I never wanted those things when I was growing up because that wasn't a part of my life. Name brands like that never was.
We went to a flea market. It was a flea market in St. Polycarp. Anyone from around that area will know.
Yeah, you sound real poor, Chantal.
And they had knockoff Tommy Hilfiger, but they were like gaudy and weird.
Oh, so see, that's what I'm saying. If you are somebody that grew up poor, a statement like that wouldn't even come out of your mouth because you would be thankful for a knockoff, Chantal. So you're full of crap.
And my mom was like, they'll never know. They'll never know. They knew. I got made fun of so bad. It was like a shiny material, like a turquoise, and it said Tommy, but I think there was like a spelling error. And the word Hilfiger. So I got made fun of by like a group of guys the whole day.
I'm sure that's not the only reason they were making fun of you, Chantal.
Fruit fly.
Because you're filthy. I mean, I don't understand how she can have a colony of fruit flies in Canada where you have negative 0 temperatures in the wintertime, and she had the colony of fruit flies, and then travel across the world to a desert climate and then has another colony of fruit flies. To me, that screams filth, filthy pig.
This wasn't, the Tommy Hilfiger was in high school. Like when I first started going to high school, like grade 8, maybe it was grade 8 or grade 9. I'm pretty sure. Being made fun of for being poor was like in elementary school.
That's bullshit. You were never made fun of for being poor. Stop trying to scam people.
Now, I look back and I'm proud of that poor man's meal or welfare meal.
You're full of crap. This type of shit pisses me off.
Because okay, truth is, I was rich in a lot of ways I didn't realize. I had a lot of love in my life from my family.
Oh, yeah,
My
sure.
mom, it was like me and her against the world, man.
Yeah, look what a horrible job she did. Look at yourself. That's something to be real proud of.
And I turned out to like this meal very much.
You like every meal. Shut up. The only meal you don't like is healthy.
So if you ever feel bad, because you think what you're eating is a poor man's
Dogs are
meal,
barking if you can hear them.
food is food.
They're outside in the dog run.
You know, mashallah. Every food is amazing.
You're full of crap.
Actually, I've learned this.
And by the way, I'd like to point out, that's not a normal size plate. That's like a platter you put your Thanksgiving turkey on. So shut the fuck up about this poor man's meal because you're privileged. You've never been poor.
Recently, but it makes sense now. I'm surprised I didn't realize it earlier, but in Islam, it's so haram to like diss food. One, because so many
And you know what else is haram? You eating that amount of food. That's haram.
people are starving. Two,
Are you serious?
food's a blessing.
You literally are
That's
sitting
fine,
here
you
saying
know,
this shit.
as long as you don't let it harm you, but which I know I have.
And still continue to do.
This is so good. Another poor man's meal, they call them this. I like his beans and wieners
Beans and wieners.
with toast. Kraft dinner and wieners. Macaroni and cheese.
Of course you like wieners, Chantal. Especially the green ones.
There's a follower with that with that handle.
You like wieners. Especially the green ones, like I said. But not only that, when has she ever eaten wieners, beans, and toast? I don't think I've ever witnessed her eat that type of meal. I actually think she's making a reference to that because she's in that part of the world, and in Europe, I know this for a fact, like breakfast, you have some like beans and toast, which is fabulous. You can't eat that every day though, but it is good. That's probably why she's trying to scam her new subs, trying to get, I guess, the European group as well in this scam.
So I did a menu today.
For what? A menu?
I had a very productive day.
Oh my god, doing what? Literally.
I was just so sick of like ordering out.
Sure you were. How long do you think it's going to take before we see a takeout meal? How many hours? How many days? Will it be this week? Let's see if she can last a whole week of cooking. I would say morning, noon, and night meals, but she wakes up in the afternoon. So yeah, let's see how well she does with that.
I need to eat a home cooked meal. And I love comfort food.
Yeah, we all know. That's why you're 600 pounds.
But yeah, every time, you know, I'd be off to school, I would ask my mom, What are we having for dinner tonight after school? We're having shepherd's pie.
Your privilege is showing, Chantal.
I feel so bad ever going like, what?
You know why? Because you're a spoiled brat and you still continue to be one. Privileged, spoiled
This cold is pretty
brat.
good. I can't taste the difference.
You know why? Because you have tartar and plaque all over your teeth that's probably made of sugar because you don't brush your teeth. So it adds to the non-sugar soda. So it tastes like regular soda.
It has acesulfame potassium. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, that sounds healthy.
Sounds like aspartame. Acesulfame. Oh well. Whatever. Everything is gonna freaking kill us someday. I don't know. Like, I've seen 4 different videos back to back on whether eggs are good for you or not. So confusing.
Oh, so like you're an egg connoisseur now? Okay, Chantal. Everything, yeah, will kill you eventually, but you can add years to your life by taking care of yourself and eating healthy. You want to cut years from your life? Eat like you do and become 600 pounds.
Yeah, I love Brussels sprouts. They're one of my favorite vegetables, that and broccoli. I like raw broccoli too, but
I love how you and Amberlynn Reed proclaim to love these types of vegetables so much, but yet both of you remain as felt 4 to 5 to 600 pounds a piece. So yeah, sure you like those vegetables.
just all the chewing. My jaw gets tired after.
That is the fattest thing I've ever heard anyone say.
Anyway, I guess that's it. I just wanted to just share this dinner with you, but it brings me back. It brings me back for sure. And it brings me...
That her being annoyed right there at the Vespa or whatever that was driving by her apartment building. Imagine if she had a child. You know how children do little things that, get on your nerves or whatever. Can you imagine her with a child and how she would look and treat a child that was getting on her nerves? Thank God you don't have children, Chantal.
Back to remember, I remember how I despised this meal. And now it's something I love and cherish. I love it.
Weirdo.
Yeah. I told my mom, I'm like, I'm making pâté chinois. She's like, wow, you used to hate that growing up. I said, I know. But anyway. Anyways, guys, I guess that's it. Thanks for having dinner with me. I hope you enjoyed. And I hope that you have something delicious for dinner today. Thank you for watching me. It means a lot. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.
First of all, that was an annoying video, not only with a diabetic, non-friendly meal as usual, but the comments about her being poor, because I call bullshit on that, especially with the comments that she made. There's no way that you grew up poor, Chantal, especially the type of poor that you are talking about. You are just trying to scam people. You are trying to scam people into subbing to you, trying to think that you can get them by trying to be like them. And to me, it seems like you were doing it by stereotyping a certain demographic of people by trying to proclaim this I was a poor child growing up and all this kind of bullshit. It just shows what a piece of trash you truly are. So that's it for me, everybody. Yeah, sorry about the lateness of the video, but I was kind of busy today. I'll probably tell you guys more about it tomorrow, but that's it for me on this end. So I'll see you when I see you. Bye.